Hi, friends. Today I'll talk about various things like the habit of reading that should be within us, and then how to have a positive vibe when we like wake up or when we feel like to be frustrated and all, and several other like that. So, firstly, I'll talk about the habit of reading that should be within us because when we read we get to know about diverse thing in our life, like we just basically are not someone who gonna explain all sort of activities in our life and then we will get knowledge from that thing because that sort of time is not there within from with us. So what happened when we read, like if you read about autobiography of someone or biography of someone, let's say, so what do you get to know? You get to know about various things in the life that that person has done, and it will be good, it will be bad, both sort of thing will be there. So we're gonna learn from that thing, and if you know the positive thing, then you can implement that same thing in your life, or maybe from the way you are fond of. And then if you learn about, mostly important is the negative thing that he has done, like that person is good but some situation in life has made him a negative or made him such a way that he has that sort of tendency for certain thing in his life, and we can learn from that, we can understand from that what sort of thing has led him to that way. So all this thing is you're able to get when you read, when you indulge yourself in this good habit of reading. That's a really awesome thing. So so how come we generate that sort of activity, that sort of habit within us, inculcate this habit? So we'll able to do that firstly when we'll just start reading anything that we are fond of actually. So basically I'll talk about myself, how I indulge myself in reading. So basically I was like interested in reading stories. So from story I shifted myself to novels. And novels, like firstly that sort of time I was interested in reading novels of romance and all. So I personally get in touch of reading from that thing, and then slowly I started reading mythology, and then even right now I'm reading Bhagavad Gita also. So so this all thing that teaches you various things. I even have read this Adolf Hitler book. People say that he is such a heinous crime or crime he have done of killing all people. So what thing has actually led him to do that thing? Why he has indulged himself in that sort of mental space that he was having? So we're gonna learn when we just know his perception, what his view was to that certain situation, because we're gonna face certain time in our life like we'll have a negative feeling for particular person, particular community, particular country. So how we'll able to tackle all sort of thing when you read about certain people, certain things. So like I read Adolf Hitler, so what I get to know that he used to hate, literally hate Jews, and that was wrong thing. But what made him think in that way? That's the main thing that we need to focus, and that sort of thing we can extract from that and implement in our life, so that we cannot have that sort of mind uh, filled with thoughts for some other person. And that reading teaches you, and it gives you so much vast knowledge. If you have habit of reading, like I'm just reading Bhagavad Gita, so I'm getting to know about perception of Lord Krishna, let's say, the what he was preaching in that sort of time. So basically various things that you need to extract, and how good you are, you will get, yeah, able to know yourself when you read. So you need to extract the right thing. Anytime wrong thing is projected as the right one, you are the one who need to just take it out, the what's right, what's wrong. So firstly I have told you that I indulge myself in reading from the habit of like my romance novel, and then I shifted to mythology. Then I'm reading spiritual thing, like I have read autobiography of Yogi, and then I have read a vast sort of thing books, and I get to know about various things in life, like what should be our approach. And my, if you talk about the self-help book, then I have read a lot, and the one which I will prescribe to everyone, and literally I'm just like it has changed a wholesome my mind process, is by Joseph Murphy, and thus Power of Subconscious Mind. Literally is the best novel because it will teaches you how you can just have a positive vibe within your mind. Like I've told you that I gonna prefer two things basically, and many other, that the habit of reading and then the positive vibe how you can create within yourself. So like you wake up in morning, you're like neutral. So when you, even the person whom you don't know, even you say just like formal thing like good morning, then that person will feel like energetic. Yeah, somebody is there who was like wishing me and all. Maybe some person will feel in taken it wrong, but mostly the people will think that yeah, and they will say good morning with a smile, and that will give you a lot of energy. It sounds like a little thing, no? But it has a deep impact if you will just see in a broader view. And so like these all small thing makes your life greater one. And for that thing we need to have these all good habits that we need to possess within ourselves. Like we basically as a person like become a criticizer of various things in our life. Like we criticize our situation, we criticize uh, all the bad thing that happens to us. So why we do that thing? Because we not consider the right thing that's happening to us, or to what we are doing to tackle the wrong thing that's happening to us. So we as a person sits idly, let situation handle its own self, and we just blame everyone. We blame this person, that person. Like we think that whole world is against us, but we don't know that everyone is there with us if we commit ourselves to our work. Like if you're born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, it's totally your mistake because you let circumstances handle your thing. You not have dominated that thing from your own self. And how you come to know about these all things when you have the right sort of habit within yourself. And the best I can prescribe to all of you is like to indulge yourself in reading. And this is single most thing that will not change your life entirely if you will just implement that sort of thing that is being preached in the book. And you will get to know various things from which you can learn, you can implement, and you can do a lot of justice to your life. You can change your whole thought process if you will just think accordingly and walk accordingly. Not let certain thing handles you. You handle that thing. Then you get to understand your life, get to know what various thing that's there. Thank you. I hope you like it.